Hi, you guys. Welcome to Audrey's reading area. All right, you guys. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live at 8 o'clock p.m.
Live at 8 o'clock p.m. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. You know, I have another fun and exciting and educational book that I'll be reading to you today. Actually, I'll be reading parts of this book today because it's very long and it has lots of information. So I'll be reading different parts of this book at different times. So shout out to my grandbabies. I miss you guys so much. Korea, Sana, David III, and Caden. Miss you guys so much and love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So shout out. Oh, don't forget, you guys, click that like button, click the share button, then go on over to YouTube and smash that subscribe button for me. Smash it up. I'm getting there, getting to 1,000 with all of your help, and I appreciate you and thank you so much. Don't forget to tell your friends and everybody about Audrey's reading area so you can listen to me read some new stories and encourage you to pick up a book and read it on your own. So thank you. And all right. Making the link. I'm taking something from this book. I'll be reading some of the things from this book. Making the link. It's helping children link school habits with the world of work. School is back in session tomorrow, and I figured this would be a good thing to read. It's by Lisa King, Ed.S, LPC, written by Lisa King. Making the link. You can read the back, pause and read. Should be interesting. Helping children link school habits with the world of work, which is important. It says grades 2 through 5. Making the link will help children to make connection between important school success skills and the world of work. The activities, because there are activities in this book, the activities in each chapter focus on skills needed to improve school success. Then children learn how these same skills will help them in their future careers. This is so true. So this resource contains fresh, child-friendly lessons, activities, and reproducible student worksheets that are aligned with competencies within the career and academic domains of the ASCA, American School Counselor Association, National Model. Wow, you will also find reproductive student worksheets, original short stories, poems, and role plays that have step-by-step instructions that make the lessons easy to implement. So each chapter in this book addresses a different school, career, success skill. Topics include responsibilities and goal setting, time management, learning from mistakes, listening skills, learning styles, career awareness, and test-taking skills. In addition, there is a special section with useful, fresh suggestions on how to set up a career day. Further, this book contains a reproducible game board. This game provides a fun, meaningful review of all the skills addressed in this book. Making the link. So, the part that I will be reading to you guys today is responsibility? Let's see. I have it marked off. Time management and punctuality. Time management and punctuality. That's important for school and important for work. I always tell my students that what they do in school is actually practice for real life, for what is getting you ready for what you're going to do in real life when you start working. So let's see what it says. It's also chapter 1, time management and punctuality. So students are often late to school, late on assignments, and often unaware of the importance of punctuality. In this chapter, students can learn about the link between being on time and schoolwork success. Additionally, staying organized is an important component of being successful. Within this chapter, there are many interactive and easy to implement activities that students will learn from and enjoy. Okay, so let's see. I'll turn the page. It talks about an overview. It says to assess students' perception on time management. This pre-post survey can be used in classroom guidance or for a small group of students who are chronically tardy, late all the time. So it has an ASCA indicator, identify attitudes and behaviors which lead to successful learning, materials needed, just time management survey, procedures. So distribute, I'm not going to go into the procedures, but the student survey on time management, you guys can pause this and answer the questions on your own. Check out, I am on time for school, strongly agree, disagree, or strongly agree, and just answer those questions. I turn in homework on time. I think that being on time is important. I need to improve my time management skills. Being organized helps me manage my time wisely. I notice how others feel when I am late. Okay. That's a good start. So then it says, you may delay, but time will not. You may delay and be late. Time will not. Benjamin Franklin wrote that. You may delay, but time will not. It says, dear parent or guardian, as adults, it often seems like we don't have enough time to fit everything into our day. As your child is getting older, their responsibilities grow, and they may begin to feel the stress of having too much to do. Teaching time management skills at a young age can help to prepare children to plan their time wisely. Oh yeah. In your child's guidance lesson group, we are discussing time management skills and punctuality. We will be discussing how to balance responsibilities and still have time for leisure activities, fun stuff. We will also discuss the importance of being on time to school and on time handing in your assignments. Important. These lessons will tie into the need for your child to treat school like a job. Yes. On any job, completing tasks in a timely manner is an important trait. This would be a great time for your family to discuss how to organize time in the after-school hours. Thank you for helping your child understand the link between important life skills and school success. Sincerely, school counselor, or sincerely, yes, me, Audrey. Okay, so I'm going to skip this one page. It says poetry link. I'm going to read I'm Always Late by Traci King. I'm Always Late by Traci King. Oh no! Oh gosh! Good grief! Oy vey! My alarm did not go off today. No time to shower or make the bed or deal with the mop atop my head. The dog needs food, oh what a fuss. If I don't leave now, I'll miss the bus. Why must this be? I'm always late. Why is it? I procrastinate. I need a calendar, a PDA, then perhaps I wouldn't be this way. If I schedule to finish my tasks, I may even have time to sit and relax. I hope one day that I will see that rushing only stresses me. Yes. Yes, beautiful poem. Isn't that lovely? So they have punctuality subject cards, but I'll just show it to you. I'm not going to go over this with you. Punctuality subject cards. I will read the story connection because it gives us a story and then asks us questions. So I got to ask if anyone in the class knows the definition of the word tardy. It means late, being late. That's what tardy means. So I'm going to read this story aloud and we can go over the answers. So you guys go ahead and run and get some paper. Pause the video while you get your paper and then come back and answer the questions. So let me read you Tardy, Marty story connections. Tardy, Marty. Now that you know what tardy means late. Tardy, Marty. This is an activity, you guys. It wasn't unusual for Martin to be late. Every year since kindergarten, he was tardy at least a few times each week. So by the time he was in Miss Lavender's class in the 3rd grade, he had a reputation. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that his nickname made sense. Marty was tardy all the time. He really was Tardy Marty. One day in the beginning of 3rd grade, Miss Lavender pulled him out in the hallway to talk to him. "Martin, tell me why you were late." "I don't know," he responded. "Guess I forgot to set my clock." The next week, when Miss Lavender was taking attendance, she asked, "Is Martin absent today?" "No, Marty's tardy," Mia yelled out. Miss Lavender didn't catch on quite yet that this was a habit. When he got to the class, Miss Lavender took him out in the hall again and asked, "Why are you late today?" He answered. The honest answer is, and he wanted to be honest with Miss Lavender, she was the best teacher he'd ever had. "I was starving and needed a great big breakfast. Don't you ever feel like you just have to satisfy that extra hungry feeling with an extra big breakfast?" Mrs. Lavender grimaced. The next time Marty was tardy, Miss Lavender had an idea. This time, she didn't ask him why he was late. When recess time came, Martin was always the first to run to the door, and today was no different. But at the normal recess time, Martin was on his way out the door at exactly 10:30. But Miss Lavender didn't budge and kept on teaching about math skills. 5 minutes later, Martin was thinking, "Hey, we're missing our outside time. And we've earned 3 extra minutes for the compliment we got from Mrs. Thomason, the music teacher." Martin was good at math, and he was extra good at knowing that they only had 23 minutes between now and lunchtime. He wondered what was wrong with Miss Lavender. She never was late to anything, especially recess time. Martin raised his hand and said, "Miss Lavender, I think we are late to go outside." "Oh my goodness. Oh well, guess I forgot to set my watch, Martin." They lined up and went outside, but only for 16 minutes. Martin wasn't happy. But he eventually cheered up because special snack time came later that day. Uh-oh. And since this was Martin's favorite time, other than recess, Martin was counting down the minutes, especially because today Jade's mom had brought in cupcakes for her birthday. Martin could see them sitting in a box on the counter, and the buttercream icing was visible as he sat at his desk. The buttercream ice cream, oh no! Miss Lavender had told the class they would have snack at 1:30 today, but when 1:30 rolled around and Miss Lavender didn't budge, Martin started to squirm. He started to squirm. Miss Lavender is very strict about silent reading time being silent. So Martin just stared at the clock and counted the minutes. All he could concentrate on was the tick-tock of the clock. He wanted, you see them cupcakes? Oh, he wanted those cupcakes. Tardy Marty. To make matters worse, Miss Lavender went over to the cupcake box and started eating a special cupcake in front of the whole class. Martin couldn't resist. He raised his hand, risking breaking the silence and potentially getting a bad note home. Miss Lavender smiled. "Yes, Martin?" she said with her mouth full, half full. Miss Lavender, isn't it time to pass out the cupcakes to us? Am I late? Miss Lavender asked. Sorry, I was starving. Martin was so angry. He liked Miss Lavender a lot, but this was not fair. And before he knew it, he blurted out his thoughts. But that's not fair. You're not paying attention to the time. Miss Lavender, with a sneaky smile, looked right at Marty. Don't you ever get so hungry that you have to satisfy that extra hungry feeling? Martin started to blurt out something else when he recognized those words. He recognized those words. He sat in his seat and closed his eyes. He could feel the whole class looking at him. And for the rest of that year, Marty wasn't tardy to school anymore. He was always on time now after that. So teacher taught him a lesson, huh? So this is the worksheet, Tardy Marty discussion questions. So you can pause it and answer the questions on your paper. But I will read the questions to you. So the first one, what are some of the reasons Martin was late to school? Do you guys remember what he said? Big old breakfast, right? Big old breakfast. Oh, he forgot to set his time. You remember that? Good job, you guys. Good job remembering. What are other reasons kids are late for school? Procrastination, like they don't want to get out the bed, or I can't find my shirt, I can't find my belt, or they walk slow, they move slow, right? So write down your reasons, other reasons kids are late for school. How do teachers feel when students are late? Do you guys understand how teachers feel when students are late? They're giving the lesson, teaching the lesson. Somebody walks in all late, then they either have to start have to fill them in on what's happened, or they have to just keep going, right? Right. But how do they feel when that happens? Think about that. How could Martin make sure to be at school on time? Answer that question, you guys. Good job. What are some reasons teachers want students to come to school on time? I know you guys know. So that they don't miss any part of the lesson, right? You know that's the biggest one. Can you think of any more? Write them down. Good job. Now write a story, you guys. Write a story about the beginning of Martin's 4th grade year. Did he maintain his on-time behavior, or did he return to his old tardy ways? So make it a story, make it your own story, and give the ending that you would like. Do you feel that he continued to be on time, or do you feel that he went back to his old ways and started being late again? Interesting, right? And that's all I'm going to read for you today. But this book spoke about being organized. So I decided to show you a little bit about how to organize a notebook or a binder. Dividers. I have dividers. I've helped my students immensely with these dividers. Whatever your schedule says, put them in order of your classes. If you have math, language arts, right? Social studies or history, right? And then just put them in the order of your classes on your schedule. And so whenever you do any type of work, let's say this is math, you open this and you put all your math notes and everything in between here. So this is a binder. This goes in here. And then you can turn this page over. Put all your math work in here. And then, let's say this one is language arts, flip it. Put all your language arts work in here, and so on and so forth. And that is a big way of helping you stay organized, you guys. Stay organized. Get organized and stay organized. I hope I helped you today. I hoped you learned your lesson on why you should be on time. Yes, Marty, Tardy, Marty. Yes, listen to that story again. Rewind it and listen to it again so you can understand why it's very important to be on time. So thank you guys for listening. Shout out to my mom who's here. And shout out to everyone that shares my videos. Vicky, my girl Victoria, my cousin actually, Ellie and Sheena G. Thank you guys so much for sharing my videos. I miss my cousin Patsy and her team and her crew. I'm probably a little bit too late for them, but I'm gonna try to go back to reading at 5, or I might start doing it at 3. So we'll see. But for now, be live, Live, live at 8. And I will see you tomorrow here at Audrey's Reading Area. And don't forget to click that like. Don't forget to click that share button. You know you want everybody to hear me read. And don't forget, going over to YouTube and smash that subscribe button for me. Smash it good. And I will see you tomorrow live at 8.